not bringing in my medic back. It's just
you
a
try to use a transport to put all your forward goals. Oh, the spark crawler shoots it down, you lose the transport and the forward goals. Because...
Yeah, I tend to not bring my transports in that close. And after this, I'm not even using them at all, like, because, like, now I'm just getting my guys off, and this is the last time, basically, I use my transports, at least in this sense. What I do after this is because, you know, Ultralists are going to the right, but they're not going to the left. Immortals are going to the right, they're barely going to the left. Like, if you look right now, like, nothing is going to the left, just, like, a couple Zealots and some Zerglings every now and then, but that's just all junk. You know, it's the Ultralists and the Immortals that are annoying. So I was like, you know, screw this, I'm just gonna fly my guys over to the left and nuke from that direction. And so basically all the nuking that I did right now was kind of a waste, because I ultimately just ignored all the nukes I just did in the last, like, 5 minutes. And I'm now transitioning to go over to the left side.
And now since you were killing less units, it started to leak more and more at my bottom. Eventually, it could have gone horribly wrong, but it was, well, blue, let's say, whoever that controls blue decides to just kill stuff. Well, the unit that was more or less threatening my bottom expansion to prevent it to destroy me from the bottom up to the top. And probably...
Yeah, you still haven't even gotten the bunker upgrade.
The what?
So that you can put more than... I mean, not that you need more than one guy in them anyway. And the problem... And you're having a problem now with Immortals, right? That, that Immortals are basically at range.
To use goes to plus the +1 range and the bunker to out range the not at range but hit the Immortal. But the problem is combined with Immortals, C-Log, and lots of side B, so the unit cannot exactly hit as many times as I wanted on the Immortal. Fortunately, the Immortal only has 55 shields, but it's still quite a lot with all the side meat unit that help cover them. Now, as you can see, there was slowly many Immortals that was stacking up, and then I felt that I was had to draw out more of my ghosts just to avoid having way too many Immortals killing my way too many Immortals killing everything over time.
Yep, over time. That's what happens. Yeah, so I guess at some point I just lost all my turrets in my little mid base, so I lost my tanks as well, so there is a little bit more leaking along that mid column.
Using my CV just to try to shove a bit the shield of my Immortal while the Ghost is doing the most of the damage. And now
just that 1 HP, you know, you look at that, it's just so annoying. Gotta drop one more nuke to just finish it off. Basically, you need 5 nukes to kill the Sunkens, because otherwise it ends up at 1 HP from that region.
Oh wow. Really?
Yeah.
And now you're nuking one at a time, but you have a few units that are always coming at you, so you more or less need the rest of the ghosts to shoot down the enemy unit coming at you.
Yeah, kind of, although really the only reason I was doing that is because I have 5 solos and I'm nuking in you know, that group of 4, so they just kind of got all off on the wrong time. So I'm nuking almost as quickly as they're coming in, and I'm just rebuilding constantly.
And
he's like asking if we mind.
I decided to use blue, which would save my expansion later on.
But yeah, unless the aggro direction changes at this point, like, at this point, the only way we lose is if I stop making money. Like, they would have to kill you and kill my top expansion. Like, they are going to kill one of my expansions, but not a very important one. Actually, right now is the Muta killing it. But, you know, I would have to lose here to really slow me down enough to be concerned.
Yeah, you actually...
Like, all I really have to do...
Which is quite a lot.
Yeah.
I thought it was only 2, but there's actually 3 of them. No, you actually...
Just draw a little bit of annoying aggro. Yeah. Like, they can't really kill the ghosts, but my mechs are actually running out of energy.
Yeah,
so I kind of have to...
trying to land those much needed nukes. But they always have just on the borderline enough HP to continue. Just on the borderline. And there's actually Green's tank that actually supports you at least just...
Although it's kind of risky because, like, every time he splashes my medics, he's doing a lot more damage than the Protoss.
Oh.
But it was still worth it, but it was just sort of funny.
And now Purple is actually controlling Blue unit, which now he's trying to help me at the middle because I was trying to hold this, but it wasn't obvious. Now with some damage TV obvious, my TV was dragged to auto-repair SSC instead of repairing the bunker.
Yeah, and at this point you were like, oh god, I don't know what to do. And I'm like, Ricky, hold it together. We're like, I'm nuking the main base right now.
Yeah, but I was not
during this whole time.
I was more concerned trying to hold the middle in general. And now you killed the zombie. So I assume that this. No, I guess you're going to lose the ghost.
Yeah, I'm gonna lose that pack. But I don't think they're spawning Ultralisks now, right?
And now I'm starting to have problems with the Immortal and Archon since you lost a base with the tank, and now the unit are starting to pour into my side, and then Purple controlling Blue unit just is saves the day. That is long enough to my case.
Oh, we missed it. There was my medevac with this group of 4 ghosts had 3 HP when it dropped them off.
Although Blue was a bit chicken, but at least he just found the good time to just kill the unit that was breaking at A-Buck when I was too much trying to hold the middle right there overall. So it was much needed help right now. And now I to actually put ghosts into the bunker so that it stopped going that much worse. But that's this situation. I mostly forgot to put to have more weapon upgrades and such. Well, not exactly. It's just I did not bother to get the armory that much in favor of trying to get more ghosts. If I did get the attack upgrade, it's much more for the ghosts, but they did not need it that much because it's mostly the marine that did gain anything from that. Oh, there you go. What is loading out that horribly? Is it your nuke? I assume so.
I changed it to ×8 speed.
Oh, why? Be a bit more patient than that. Change it back to export.
Well, the game's over. Like, none of the Zerg are spawning anymore, so it's pretty over.
Yeah, it's kind of boring to just see still frame even if the game is obviously over.
Well, it'd be boring either way.
So, you had enough nukes. Why right at the beginning?
It just went crazy for a bit. I was trying to pause it and then it jumped back to the beginning because the button has to be in the exact same location.
Okay. What you were trying to do?
Well, GG. I was going to pause it to look at the leaderboard, but that didn't happen. So, unless I want to go back, I guess I could.
You can go forward, it just takes some time. And probably you need to actually pause and put the speed at X1 and such. Oh, it's good with the newer patch of Blizzard that when it's seeking, actually see the map of change, so that you have an idea where it is instead of just seeking randomly and hope that you got the right spot. Purely out of change, of memory, or out of luck. So what do you wanted to check?
I guess there's no way to actually see kills, is there? You can't see the in-game leaderboard from the replay.
Yes, you can. You actually need to select a player, for example, instead of everyone. That's how you see the leaderboard. For example, money-wise, you had 836 according to the board. You had almost as many kills as red. I only had half of it. Green was a bit behind, and most of the players were just not doing much. I think it's mostly Pink that I think Pink lost everything, so that's why he was using blue. Although maybe he should have just mined with blue and tried to build up with a blue space if he was able in the first place.
Yeah, but Pink I think was also Angel of Death. No, I guess that's Black.
That's Black.
Was building BCs. And so the thing is, BCs, they seem like they should be really good, right? Like, oh, you look at the damage, and it's like, wow, look at that damage, you know? 23 damage at 0.23 speed? That's amazing, and 450 life, what's not to like? Problem is that you can't really do anything with them. I mean, the 6 range means that everything dies to tanks. And you can't kill the enemy base with them because the Yamato still, I guess it does do 500, but it takes 100 energy, and it doesn't splash. And all the defenses are stacked on top of each other, right? So even though it looks like there's only like 2 there, there's actually like I don't actually know how many, but it's in some places it's like a dozen or something. So basically, you have to kill the base with nukes, otherwise you're just sitting there forever. And so, what do you end up doing with the BCs then? Because you build them thinking you're going to win the game with them, but you have to basically treat them as like single fire mini nukes, and it's just terrible. So they're really just a waste.
There's also a bigger problem. For example, the Spore Crawler deals like 200 damage per 0.5 speed. So even if you were, oh, I'll just send the BC and kill everything, basically you could have tons of BC and they just die to the Spore Crawler just because of that. They do way too much damage.
Yeah, it's the 6 range is just unusable. In a zombie map, range is very, very important.
This is why, for example, if I take Warlord and Merchant, I tend to buff the Battle Cruiser from 6 to 7 range, even 7.5 range, so that they actually can be useful against turrets and not just go get shot by the turrets or other units. Honestly, you should feel that Battle Cruiser should have some utility, and it's mostly the lack of range, even in StarCraft 2 in general, that feels that might be lacking. Yeah.
So you see that base, Ricky?
Yeah.
I think that there's actually a proper stack there, right? So so now you can actually see that there's 6 mineral fields there.
6?
So you actually
Where?
could have saturated that. Right,
Oh
thing.
wow!
Like, oh wow!
Well, let's see. Wait, no.